This is Max0r's An Incorrect Summary of Metal Gear Rising Part 1. And if you haven't already, you should hit that like and that subscribe button because we appreciate the content people put out. It's very hard to make these videos, especially with how many cuts and overlays he does.
Gear Rising Revengeance is not a word in the dictionary. It's also one of my favorite games, besides Genshin Impact. Created as a spin-off to the critically acclaimed Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Pirates, we are cast as Raiden, whose resume involves fighting the Illuminati and a bisexual vampire, trading off slow stealth gameplay and conference calls of an unspecified duration for pulse-pounding action gameplay, unique cutting mechanics, and the stupidest plot of any game since the last one. You know, the one where Headache Kajingles puts his protagonist in a microwave. Now caught in a worldwide conspiracy headed by an evil and destructive empire called the United States.
No!
It's up to us to stop Senator Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson from becoming black, fight cyborg dinosaurs controlled by orphans, and fight a series of extremely online YouTube personas 4, such as Jack Bezos, the Nintendo Virtual Boy, and Markiplier.
I'm gonna come find you.
Set to the tune of a hardcore rock soundtrack made by the world-famous Toontown Online composer for the express purpose of killing.
This game was so edgy. This game was so edgy, and if I had to think what a teenage boy would think is the coolest game ever, I think this is the thing I probably would have made. This is probably the thing I would have put together.
Killing anyone above 40. And to complete our journey, we will have to resort to unrestricted brutality, cutting and slicing our enemies like a human-sized slap chop in between philosophy about the nature of conflict, the morality of separating families the hard way, and memes. They made Twitter into a plot point, so if any of that interests you, feel free to join me as we dive headlong into the wonderful madness of Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, and the voices now activated.
But it is the coolest game ever. I mean, it is.
To fix this, we head to NeoGAF and download a virus. Now I can do any resolution. What amazing gameplay. Our story begins in the 2009 color scheme, with our hero Raiden protecting President Barfsacco Crumbo. He's touring his birthplace of Kenya.
I am President United States Obama.
Mr. President, you have dementia.
Drone strike the wedding.
That can be arranged. What the fuck was that? Insurance fraud. Why, hello there. Would you care to see my RGB lighting? I spent $3,000. Sir, this is a Wendy's. Oh.
Do you have chicken
I'll just
nuggets?
Have to give you a demonstration then. Oh,
so how long is it gonna take on that McFlurry?
I guess you could say he's half the
Oh
man
wait, that's
he once
McDonald's.
was.
My name is Obama. I have shit my doo-doo ass.
Don't worry, Obama. I'll protect you from this sidewalk. Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to the first enemy in the game.
Goodbye, enemy.
Now he's the first 100 enemies in the game. This is...
Honestly, is it bad that watching him slice that person into a million pieces makes me want to play it? I don't know. That's really cool. That's really cool. It looks so cool. It looks so cool.
Is the standout feature of Metal Gear Rising. The ability to cut
feels
anything,
like
and
Ninja.
I do mean anything. Nature, humans, telepathic traffic poles, a family of 4, and even staircases that are required to progress the game. I think that's an oversight. This was groundbreaking stuff for the PS3. Use it to hit weak points, confuse your enemies and prevent them from attacking, or accelerate deforestation. What are you doing, Raiden? Most animals deserve to be extinct. Where the fuck is Raiden? Hang on, I think I'm hearing
destroy the
boss
trees.
music.
The more acts have come.
My game crashed. I'm just gonna run past everyone.
Joe Biden, please help me pass the healthcare. Healthcare, you say? I'm a specialist. A new customer. Let's hope Obamacare covers euthanasia. My name is Obama.
Is this kill or kill? He has the scissors.
Stop right there. Put
And
down President
I'm not sure if he's wearing
Bumcrackosaba.
clothes.
Put him down, alright. But no, I have a giant robot.
Federal agent spotted initiating.
Why didn't I see that? Ladies and gentlemen, I'd like to introduce you to the tutorial boss. We're currently undergoing a learning experience, the one you can only get with a giant laser. This is maybe the best game ever made. And although the gameplay is a little simple, the sheer scale makes me feel both empowered and quite intimidated. It's just a wonderful...
I don't think gameplay has to be complicated to be good, though. I don't think it has to be, like, complicated and, like, every game has to be, like, Elden Ring. Like, you have to... Like, I don't know. I think it's okay for games to have very simple mechanics and not be, like, pinpoint accuracy and stuff. Like, I think a lot of games feel like if they don't have perfect combat, then they shouldn't try to do, like, interesting combat. But you can have interesting combat without being complicated. That is something you can do. Can't wait for Senator Armstrong part. I mean, I've seen the memes. I've said Nano Machine Son so many times. It's in my heart. I'm kind of curious what he's gonna do. I'm kind of scared to see what he's gonna have him say.
way to do it when you don't look like a cracked up rooster. Of course, there's no need to worry, because Raiden is fucking jacked.
Whoa! Oh my god.
Mission accomplished. So Raiden runs all the way to a locomotive to confront Dimes for Crimes, led by none other than Buff Bezos.
Mitch McConnell, please transfer. Why do our politicians hog all the good missiles?
Obama!
Your prime has expired, Raiden, and so has his life.
Nice. It's time for the next boss fight. I say that sarcastically because most people would classify it as a fucking suicide. I'm surprised this is on the train instead of in front of it. Face it, Jack, you can't even hold a sword.
No.
What the fuck is a sword? I could give you a
Not
demonstration,
die.
but first, what's your favorite hand? Well, my
He's
left.
not a pirate. He's a cyborg.
I'm about to level up, Jack, and you look like just enough XP. Oh fuck, he's using bullets.
Need a hand, Raiden.
COD is going
What's
strong for 20 years. I just mainly mean like games with like combat that's melee. I feel like a lot of times with melee combat games, I do think that there's a lot of shooters with like simple mechanics, but I'm talking about mainly like melee combat, and I think that multiplayer gets more of a pass than single player does, because in multiplayer you're also playing for the multiplayer experience. You're not playing just for like the game itself. Sometimes, like, because there's some games, I said before, there's some games that I think are boring when I play by myself, but if I have another person there doing it with me, I can have a lot of fun. Like, and I don't consider the game bad because of that every single time, but it definitely does take away a little bit of like the points I give it towards it, because like if I could choose between like a game that I enjoy playing like no matter what and a game that I only enjoy playing when other people are online, then I'm always going to choose the game I enjoy playing by myself as well.
I'll be back for you, bitch. So at least 2 minutes pass, and Raiden is traversing the vacuum of space on his way to the... Colonel, I'm trying to fly around, but the clap of my ass cheeks keeps alerting Raiden. I'm playing Genshin Impact, but I've run out of credit card debt to purchase Ganyu. So if you can you lend me a hand?
I spent money
I
on
will surely stop
Ganyu,
collecting them.
and then I stopped playing.
So after the roughest plane ride since Delta, we head to a third world shithole known as Russia to find the men who killed President Bumsack of Chungus and put an end to their illegal razor blade factory. Wait a second, where's the runway? Finally equipped with his new customizable gamer mouse body, Raiden begins his journey by encountering 3 helpless victims, knocking them to the air and scooping out their spines like fucking ice cream. You see, this is actually our primary method of healing, since every spine is filled to the brim with delicious electrolytes. This is the actual term used in the game. Just like American football, the soldiers of the future are fueled by
I thought he was making a joke until I saw him rip the spine out of a man, and then I realized this game is way cooler than I thought. Man, this game looks so much cooler, and it still stands up to what I said about if you asked a teenage boy what he thought would be the coolest game. This is the stuff he would add to it.
Gatorade. We, however, are fueled by violence. Oh, hang on one second, I've got a call.
You should kill yourself now.
So anyways, we head to the streets to get acquainted with the stealth, but unfortunately for the populace, it's completely optional. So instead, we decide to fight the foot fetish tank. And let me tell you, this enemy is real fun to kill, especially considering their fucking jump speed. Man, there really is no time between these cutscenes.
Oh fuck. Known sex offender spotted. What the dog doing now?
What the fuck is a dog?
You are such a fucking Philistine, Raiden.
Wait, how do you know my name?
I am pre-programmed with knowledge of everyone.
Oh yeah?
Yes.
Who's your owner then, little dog?
The NSA, but my handler is a white woman.
Damn, that's rough.
I will never eat peanut butter ever again.
For our next battle, we
my
have
God.
Blade Wolf Jesus.
Oh
And let
my
me say,
God.
if you don't know how to parry more than one attack, it's time to learn. I don't know what attack this is.
Okay, listen. I thought it was a joke, but some people actually think that it's like, I don't know if it's just like, it has to be just like, hopefully it's just an internet thing, but I see a surprising amount of people that think that women own dogs to do weird stuff to them. I see a surprising amount of people online that actually like think that, like, seriously. I'm hoping it's just an online thing. I'm hoping it's just an online, like, internet brain rot thing. Because I thought, like, when people said that online, it was just a joke. But there's a surprisingly high amount of people I see actually, like, arguing that women actually do that. And it blows my mind. I'm like, have you ever talked to a woman? Do you know any women? I think you need to meet some women. I think you need to talk to the other gender more. Because that is not a thing, and that is crazy. That's crazy.
Fortunately, Blade Wolf will stop yiffing and call in Meals on Wheels, which allows us to partake of the Gatorade Eucharist. Now with the power of Jesus in our veins, we donate Blade Wolf to a kill shelter.
I don't think they're gonna want that donation.
And then he monologues.
You're gonna stay on my dick until you die.
Somehow, I've arrived at the Bitcoin factory.
I've been moderating your Twitch for months, and you never told me you had a boyfriend.
Who are you?
Oh my god, she spoke to me.
Jesus fucking Christ. Raiden, watch out. That woman is live on Twitch. Now sufficiently disturbed, Raiden moves on to the best level in the game using my favorite mechanics. Inconvenient fencing, handy enemies with cool controls.
I hate
and
those
you better
enemies.
believe
They
there's
look
some
so
bad stealth.
weird.
It even has cameras with 0-degree vision. Just don't just step into
Dang
the
relatable? Did you just say dang relatable? Oh my god. You're like, dang. I've been a VIP here. I've been a sub for 4 months. Dang. If anything happened to my streamer, I would have to leave. Joking. Oh, I know you are. I think it's so funny when I saw somebody, I hope it's a troll post, but I saw somebody try and make the argument that it's like the fans are entitled to believe that their like person is single, and if they choose to get a relationship, then the fans should have the right to, like, which they do. Fans do have the right to stop supporting somebody for any reason, but they were saying, like, it should be normalized that it's okay to stop supporting someone because they have a significant other. I'm like, that's so weird. Like, I don't know, it's so weird to try and control every aspect of somebody's life, even if they're, like, an IRL friend. Like, even if they're an IRL friend, like, that's just weird to me.
Snake, are you okay? Snake?
Oh my god, it's a woman. Please stop that.
I've been waiting for you, Raiden. Shout out to Big Chungus29 for the donation.
Please stay back.
Can I
Sorry,
get
Jack, but my
Can I get a donation, Big Chungus 29?
stream demands you die.
God, I wish that was me.
That can be
Should have been
arranged.
me.
Welcome to the world's first boss fight, where the battle is against your own controller. Provided, of course, that I don't throw that shit against a wall. In this confrontation, we fight the dark-skinned tomboy GF that I've always dreamed of, juggling and slaughtering several varieties of jihadist Bakugan. If I were forced to
I thought he was
describe
gonna
the
say
experience,
slaughtering
it would be
countless
bonkers
balls.
or perhaps Pepega, especially after Raiden achieves the miracle of flight, when you fire the animators. But despite some of the occasional frustration, this battle is one of the best. Plus, I like it when women hit me.
And she has so many hands to hit you with. She's a very handy woman. She likes to fight hands-on.
Yeah, that's some cool theme music, bitch.
Your purpose in life is to be in my stream sucking on my dick daily.
I see.
My stream! It's Call of Line! You are truly weird, champ!
Is that a bad thing?
You make me want to kill myself faster, but no matter. With my death, you will never find our secret base at 29th Avenue, Mexico City!
What the fuck?
These are the coordinates.
God damn, I'm turned on.
Raiden, we need to pick you up. What's your location?
I'm in a Chinese factory, now equipped with a solid lead for his Metal Gear Rising Revengeance 2013 video game. It's up to Sonic the Hedgehog to make his way to the city of Mexico, complete with his 50 pounds of smuggled cocaine and a stolen Mercedes. Raiden, are you wearing a sombrero? It's my disguise. I'm trying to blend in. You are trying to give me a fucking brain aneurysm.
Your destination is on the right.
Now it's time for Raiden and his small pit bull to make their descent into Fallout 3. Hey, what's up gamers? Max0r's here, and today we're gonna be questioning why Blade Wolf is packing an entire bakery. Better keep playing the game to bleach my eyes. What's up gamers? It's Max0r here. And today we are being beat to death by a gorilla. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. It's a little weird to me that we're having more trouble with Harambe than a giant robot. Raiden opens him up like a Pokemon fan after ripping out his organs. Thank God that's the only enemy, otherwise I'd have problems. Oh my god, it's a Smash tournament. I have to stop it. Oh good, new enemies. I was just about to run out of those. Okay, but seriously, this enemy doesn't want to hit me. It's alright, I don't have a Twitter account.
You speak English?
What the fuck is he?
It's alright, child. I'm not gonna chop you up. Not till we run out of food and rations. Once we're out of rations, though, I make no promises.
Saying. Can you repeat that? Listen, I don't know what a McDonald's does. After abandoning a child to his death, we're finally able to play the rest of the level. Raiden equips a cardboard box once used in a famous, well-known video game series called Smash Brothers.
That's Wario, Snake. He also attacks by farting.
Now you too can remain undiscovered in any public park. Oh fuck. Let's just move on. Now finished with the ape exhibit, we're finally free to explore the secret base entirely without suspicion. For 2 minutes. In that time, it's up to Raiden to escort an entire congregation to meet God. Stealth is of course optional, but so is my mercy. Now heading to the confessional, Raiden finds something that...
I have no mercy to give. My mercy isn't optional because it's not an option.
he was never supposed to see.
Hi, it's Fitz with Slap Chop. Slap your trouble boy. Slap you got big chunks on stage.
I'm gonna leave this game for a while, play some good old Gary's mod. We get a call from Boris Johnson, and he tells us that the baddies are keeping the brains of children in Futurama jars, piloting the various zoo exhibits we fought on our journey. And to figure out why, we sneak in using a wasted game mode. This lasts an entire minute, if you don't walk past everyone. Using some proprietary software, we assume the role of the US government and spy on the bad guys' webcams. Before selling them crack, their evil and dastardly plan is to restart the war economy by fueling conflict in Syria and Donbass, then making a gigantic profit by selling weaponized Baby Shark to the military. But instead of selling a Boston Dynamics dog like normal people, they figured the best way to create a robot army was to consult Mr. Epstein. So with our next target identified, we advance further until we find the giant robot. And if this hallway has anything to say about it, we're in for a fun boss
that
fight.
looked
Raiden endures
painful.
8 hours of being stunned before playing his his reverse Uno card and trapping it in a corner for 2 minutes, dicing up his armor and clapping him faster than that family on the highway in my Ford Mustang. Don't worry, he's a basic enemy in the next mission. Oh my god, I can't possibly cut through glass. Stop right there, Raiden, or I'll blow this child.
I hate when, like, glass in video games stops you from stuff you can normally do. Like, he cuts a tank like 20 times. He cuts through everything, and this isn't the only game. This is not the only game. There's so many games where, like, you have a gun or even a rocket launcher and you can't shoot through the glass, and I hate that. I hate that. It's my biggest pet peeve. I'm like, why? Let me break through. Let me do the easy way. I know it shouldn't be my first reaction, but my head, I'm just like, let me just blow up the window and climb over the broken glass. If I get hurt, I get hurt. Let me do it though. Let me do it.
Who is that? His head. I'll blow his head open. Wait, are you for real? I don't have time for this conversation. Children are in danger. Do you know what a gun does? What's a gun?
Whoa.
So at least 9 seconds happen and Ride Inside is driving to hell, all the while taking his eyes off the road with
children.
some CNN. Oh sweet, my programming is on.
Super Idol di Charo, donate.
You know, America isn't so bad after all. After being in Mexico for so long, I'm starting to miss how peaceful it can be, especially the police. Raiden evades the evil forces of big sobriety as they attempt to suppress another innocent drunk driver, careening through the nightmare known as Denver before encountering the police budget.
Skip it up
and showing off his toned legs.
Wait a second, boys. He's white.
I'm sorry, officer.
Those are
I was
some
just
nice
so busy
legs.
playing League of Legends.
All right, I've heard enough.
I said before in Overwatch, I didn't like how in Overwatch, between Overwatch and 2, like 1 and 2, they made Genji like less robotic. They like was like, how do I say this? They were like defining his design, and they're like, well, most of the stuff you see is actually armor. It's not like robotic. And that was so disappointing to me because I think like cyborgs are so cool.
Deadly force authorized.
Oh fuck. We are now forced to fight the hypothetical dystopian scenario where the government and police
Not
are
Divergent.
influenced by corporations.
I talked about it.
Specifically, the corporation that we've come to.
During one of the Divergent books, she starts like screaming. Like every single chapter, she'd scream like 3 or 4 times. And like, I thought it was crazy how many times the author just had her randomly scream. I was like, oh my god. I counted it one time. It was like 3 times on one page. I'm like, okay, every time something happened, I'm like, and she screamed, and she screamed, and she screamed. They changed it. The shippers need to have they need to have private bits and bodies. That is kind of what I think happened, is I think that they saw the potential to make more like slice of lifey stuff, because people do kind of like the comics sometimes, and shipping does kind of carry their art sometimes. Like, I don't know, sometimes I see more ship art than I do like just art of the characters by themselves. So I do think that the art community for Overwatch is like mainly being held together by shippers.
Volunteer for blood donations, although Joe Raiden seems to be fighting their army of interns because most of them use a stick. Besides, of course, the military-grade Roombas, Raiden heads into an office through the organs of an officer and inside the biggest elevator ever made. We take it down the hard way. Also, they forgot to limit my turn speed. There's even a subway section with this cool new enemy that I've never seen before. I don't think anything can ruin this. What's up, gamers? God damn it. Let me tell you something important, Raiden. You're a normie and a beta male cuck. I'm only here to dispense justice. That's cringe, Jack, and your setup is weak. You can't even project yourself onto a building or a billboard. Your clout doesn't mean anything. It's worthless. Cope and seethe, Jack. Why don't you go
Cry
back to Facebook
about
and post
it.
some minion
Poop in
memes?
your
No,
diaper.
that's not the
Your
point. Do you
cybernetic
see now
diaper.
all this murder and you still aren't based? You bastard. Shut the fuck up and listen for a moment. Oh my god, it's the cringe Nene baby. Stop right there. What the fuck is wrong with his hair? What are you doing? He looks like Sonic impregnated a vending machine. No, stop it. He even has a fake chin.
Oh, wait. How is he losing?
Now, Jack, how can a cringe lord like you ever hope to kill my police officer?
You're gonna be talking about the
No fuck. So after chopping the authorities so
Thank
fast that their
God. I said one of my biggest issues with video games, like, not issues, one of my biggest pet peeves in video games is when you beat somebody in the like fight and then in the cutscene it shows you losing to them. I'm like, I'm okay if you just make a boss or an enemy that's literally like impossible to beat so that does that. I am okay with that. What I'm not okay with is beating them super badly or sometimes beating them super well and then boom, you lose in the cutscene. When the battle lose, the cutscene's cringe. It's so cringe. It's so cringe. I will say I see less games do it. I think maybe Kingdom Hearts had a few, like Kingdom Hearts 2 had a few instances of it, but I see less and less games doing it. Kingdom Hearts 2 is so old also. I think that's where the pet peeves started though. That's why I bring up Kingdom Hearts 2. I think that's when it all started. It definitely happened in one of the Kingdom Hearts is when this like deep-seated like loathing for it comes from.
are steaming. Raiden gains a brain hemorrhage from watching my editing, which affects his movement slightly. Now emotionally compromised, we head through the mandatory stealth section. You know, eventually. How pleased you are to chop away, Jack the Ripper. You could say that I'm a big fan of your work. My name is
Sonic games love though when the battle lose the cutscene. Maybe it was Sonic 2. It might have been Sonic as another game that did that for me back in the day. But I clearly remember developing this like loathing when I was younger. This is not like a recent thing. This is like something that I grew up being like, man, this sucks. This is terrible. Stop this.
Soon of the sussy imposters.
No.
What the fuck? Emergency meeting. Please stop. No. There's something genuinely wrong with you. It's just a little trolling, Jack. You're in the land of the free after all. And your idea of freedom is enslaving children. Do you know what the Civil War was? It's cringe or be cringe, Jack. Soon you'll understand. Free will is a myth. Religion is a joke. We're all pawns controlled by something greater. Memes, the DNA of the soul. They are our culture, our clout. How about full of shit?
Him
Is that a
praising the
meme?
cat.
No, it fucking isn't, you amoeba. You'll never be based with memes like that. You're right. About me, I mean. What? I thought I could be just like you, but that is a mistake. Perhaps I am cringe, but that makes me free.
Cap.
That's sus. Doctor, turn off my cringe inhibitors. But Raiden, you'll lose subscribers. Do it. Okay. I was fucking joking. Why did you do it? You think you can just log off, Jack?
Well, it's kind of cringe. I might have to
See what you're
unsubscribe.
getting at. And if based means what I think it means, then caring about your shitty posts is a long way off. That's rich coming from the likes of you. Family Guy funny moment. In this boss fight against the
PS2
Monsus
era
battle
was
boss,
prime for
Raiden
that
rages against
cutscene
the
thing.
moral
Oh
degeneracy of
god,
violence in
that's
movies
probably
and
why I
sex
grew up
TV,
on
using his good
PS2.
old-fashioned values upon which he used to rely. During which we are subjected to an onslaught of attacks at average speed for a cheetah, demanding the absolute most of the player to survive the human spaghetti. So if you thought Blade Wolf was a real fun boss to parry, then I've got news for you. We've got more edge in this fight than Bloodborne on the PlayStation 1. Monsoon can fucking teleport. He throws helicopters for fun, and his preferred method of dodging is self-bisection. He knows he's 3 edges away from being a
so
Sonic
cool.
OC, and
What?
you know what?
Why have I never played Metal Gear? Oh my god, I need to play all the Metal Gear games now. He's literally just popping off his body pieces, his limbs.
Thank you. I spent 4 days editing that. Now excuse me as I take this call. The memes. You are decapitated. Don't worry, it's just a little trolling, right?
Do not repost my memes back at me.
Oh, I wouldn't worry about that, because your memes end here.
Patrons who memes I have stolen. Oh, that's so nice that he puts them all in there. I don't know why. I thought I saw someone's name I recognized. But I think I'm just crazy. I'm just crazy. I really like that video though. He always does a really good job on his videos. Hi, hello. Thank you for watching the video this far. I know you've probably already seen the video I'm reacting to, and possibly multiple times, which I do the same, but it really means a lot that you watch mine all the way through to the end. I edit my own videos, and I really enjoy it, and it would really mean a lot if you hit that like and that subscribe button,